So as usual, I'm gonna freestyle because I don't wanna give too much power to things that I deal with and say I have a lot going on. I don't have a lot going on in the so-called physical world, but in the spiritual world, there's a lot going on. There's a battle. Uh, there's a battle for supremacy in the spiritual world. And I'm not just talking about what's happening with what we see in the news and what's outside. I'm talking about in all of our inner worlds, right? Somebody's trying to take your crown. Somebody's trying to probably do magic on you, or somebody's trying to. And magic can be done in a lot of different ways. It don't have to be people who actually know how to do a bunch of spells. It could be people who are manipulative. It could be a mother, a father, a friend, a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. They're very manipulative, and they can use their words as magic. So magic is not just used by somebody who want to do spells. And I'm gonna tell you something that's starting to become outdated anyway. With where a lot of us are moving to, it's more mental. So a lot of that stuff, and people taking their time and want to conjure everything, and it's gonna take a few days to a month. That's getting a little bit outdated anyway. I think they might need to catch up a little bit. Because the new people that I see, like some of these super soldiers or whatever, granted they might be Borg and all that stuff, but they're going to manifest a lot faster. They're going to manifest in like 2 seconds or less than 2 seconds, while people taking a month to conjure up something. Okay, so these other folks that's into this old way of doing black magic, they might need to catch on the heck on up, or they're going to be phased out. Okay, that's all I got to say. But no, let me get to the point though. So when I say I'm kind of glad, but I get tired, but I get the point of what's going on. I get the idea of what's going on. But it's the constant spiritual warfare that you need to make sure you're going to win. If these entities or people that I would call entities are wicked. And before I go any further, let me tell you something about people. I don't care what things look like on the outside. The physical reality is an illusion. The reason why is because I've seen many times that where I think I am, I'm not where I am. Like, say if I feel like I'm sitting on the bed right now talking into my phone, I'm actually in a different location. When I meditate, I see that I'm in a different location. Okay, so that's what we need to pay. That's what people need to pay attention to. Whatever their dreams might be, somebody could be trying to manipulate other people's dreams. And you got to stop that from happening, because they try to create your realities. Okay. And then even when you meditate and you see that you're somewhere else, you see something else. That's what's happening with your mind. And so that's something to pay more attention to than the physical world. Because I've seen so many times that where I think I am in the physical world is not really where I am, because the physical world is an illusion. It don't even exist. Okay. But what was I going to say though? And people who are constantly wicked, like people like who could be a part of like these cults, like cults, these cults, be it whatever it is. I don't want to call any names out because I don't know who listens, right? But and they constantly doing wickedness. They constantly want to do black magic. They constantly want to be manipulative. They constantly want to be low down to manipulate your reality. Because they think they can come up. So they want to sacrifice your reality, kill you in some kind of way, because they think they're going to come up in life, and so they want to kill somebody else. And so see, that's all that. That's being phased out too, right? That's being phased out too. And I'm gonna tell you something about people like that. I saw what those people really look like, because, like I said, what we see on the physical, even when you think you're looking at people, it's still an illusion. So they look human to you, right? They might look human to you. But when you see them in the spiritual realm and what they really look like, they might look like zombies or something, right? They look like zombies. They look like some entities from the first dimension, or look like they about to just be phased out completely. That's what they really look like. And that's kind of letting you know by sharing an environment with them. That's letting you know kind of what dimension that you're being devolved to too. So we can't agree to share any more room with these people. I don't want to share any more space with these people. I don't care about no forgiveness. Forgiveness ain't got nothing to do with them. I mean, why are we forgiving demons? Forgiveness ain't got nothing to do with them. See, we got to get the Christianity, and you know what? I'm gonna get to the point because I'm gonna talk about these thumbnails I see for some black women. I don't click on a video because I got other stuff going on in the spiritual world that I don't have time to be worried about what so-called black men think. I ain't got time for that. That's kind of the beauty of having other things go on in your life, that you ain't got time to be worrying about what folks you don't even know their names, what they think. You ain't got time to be worried about what they think because you don't even know who they are. But then again, you got to be careful with what they think because what I saw in the spiritual realm is a lot of them are trying to trap black women spiritually and other black women help them. Okay, so in that sense, you do have to care, but you got to care about what's happening in the spiritual realm more than what you hear on some YouTube video. If they want to pull up a YouTube video and push hate, that's fine. If they want to feel that way, who cares? But then pay attention to the spiritual realm and make sure it don't touch you, though. That's the only thing I say. Okay, because however they feel, who cares? Okay, but who cares at this point? Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. It's too much going on to be worrying about how some other stranger feel about you. It's too much going on, okay? Whether they black, white, I mean, I don't care if they're a black man. They could be white men. I don't care about color because I realize we're in a virtual reality. So honestly, color don't exist. And when I see what these people, black or white, really look like, they look like a drawing. Like I see a black and white drawing. When I see what they are for real, they're actually just a drawing. Like I see an outline of a black man. I'll see an outline of a so-called black woman. I'll see an outline of a so-called white woman. Because it's a virtual reality, right? So what is color? Okay? So, it's best to pay attention to that inner world and make sure whatever they feeling like ain't touching you. Okay? I was saying that we can't I can no longer accept people for who they are. If they're wicked like that, I can't accept them for who they are. Even when it comes to the so-called entities that's supposed to be running the world, okay? I can no longer if you don't want to continually be dragged down into underworlds, then I can no longer be in agreement with what they do, and I can no longer agree to share a space with them. I can't agree to share any more space with them. And even low down people, whether it's family, whether people do witchcraft in all different ways, right? It ain't just one way people do witchcraft, okay? You don't even need herbs and candles to do witchcraft. You can do witchcraft by speaking something, it's trying to speak something into somebody's life and being negative, and there you go, boom, witchcraft, okay? And it ain't always about some candles and herbs and conjuring and oils. It ain't always about that and drawing these pentagrams and stuff. It's not always about that. It's not always about that. Okay? Truth be told, that taking time to do all of that is being phased out because it's a new group of entities that can manifest something in less than like 20 seconds while people are sitting down drawing pentagrams and taking like several hours, and then it's going to take a couple of days to manifest. It's a new group of entities that's stronger in the mental that can make that same thing manifest in less than 20 seconds. Okay, so all taking time to do all that is being phased out, I'm telling you. Okay. The reason why we can no longer agree to share space with these negative beings is because I've taken a trip to hell. And really, hell is really a physical mindset because it traps your soul. Okay, your soul is way more powerful than being reduced to a physical existence, right? So that's hell anyway. But I'm talking about even lower so-called dimensions in this astral world. Okay, lower dimensions. Okay, so when you see people constantly behave like that, they are so evil, they can't stop being evil. That lets you know that's coming from like the first dimension. That's coming from lower than the second dimension. That's coming from the first dimension. And the more we agree on being around these people because they so-called family, or we just kind of just go along with them and still agree to exist with them, we are being taken down to that first dimension too. So we can no longer agree to exist in a place with them, because I see what they look like for real. On the outside, in the physical illusion, they look like regular people. Okay, they look like regular human beings. But when you see what they are, like I went to this restaurant to get like a sandwich, a cold sandwich, right? And so one of the ladies who worked there looked like she a Caucasian lady, but I mean, this can be in a so-called black person anyway. I'm just saying what I saw. It don't have nothing to do with her being Caucasian. I'm just describing what she looked like, okay? So I was in this restaurant, and then later on, when I had my eyes closed, I was shown this same lady that was working in this restaurant that I went to earlier, and this was like almost a month ago, And I was shown this lady that looked all sweet and stuff, friendly, nice personality. Do you know I saw what that woman really looked like behind that avatar, what she really looked like? Because we are avatars. Our bodies are avatars. We're in a virtual reality. Okay? I saw what she really looked like. I saw this big looking Joker smile. Like her smile, it was big and wide. Like it was just this kind of evil, like her teeth, her mouth spread, Her mouth just like spread wide with this smile and big teeth. And she looked like a zombie. Okay? That's what that lady really was. That's what I'm telling you. Don't pay attention no more to what we're seeing on this outside with these people. Most of these folks, they first dimensional creatures now, but they looking like regular old human beings to us when we just use our naked physical eyes. That's not even real. Okay? And so when we agree to constantly be around these folks and we see they wicked, but we want to constantly agree to share a space with them, they dragging us down too and making it hard for us to come up. So we can no longer agree with them. If at this point in time, there's no longer any room for wickedness. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness ain't for them, because the outside don't even exist. So other people don't exist. There's only your inner world, and those people are part of your inner world. If they continue to come around, they are part of your reality. They are part of your inner world. Remove them from your inner world. You got the power. Just learn how to do it. Just keep however you do to figure out how to do it. Remove remove what you don't want from your inner world, however you do it. It's no rules to this. Okay, so if you say, well, how do I do that? Do I burn a black candle? Well, you can do whatever you want to do if that's how you learn how to do things. But there's no rules. You just set an intention on getting rid of it. That's it. I don't have all these rules. I don't believe in rules like that. Okay, because the way I do things, it's no rule set. You just use your creativity. Okay, if you want them gone, set a strong intention on setting, even when it comes to the entities that's in charge running this world right now. If you say you don't want them because if you see them and we see them, I see them, they're still a part of our inner world. I don't want them in my inner world, and I can control that. You can control it. Okay, so remove them and do it every day until you get the confidence. Because what the problem is a lack of confidence. Do it every day until you get the confidence that they are gone. Okay, and then things can change, but they don't have to be in your inner world if you don't want them. Even the helicopters you see outside, the airport, everything we see is a part of our inner world. So we can work on our own inner world the way we want to. We don't have to keep allowing folks to put stuff in there. So, yeah, I did talk about being under a dome like the United States of America, where most of the people agree to everything they see on media, so it makes others who are not falling for the BS, it makes others have to walk around the mountain. But I'm gonna tell you something though. If a good 5 or 6 people get together and set this intention to get these energies out your inner world and pay attention to the changes you see, you can still change things like that too. So, these people who are dead are not that powerful, right? Anybody who is easily manipulated by media like that, or manipulated by whatever the so-called folks in charge want to put out there, they're already weak and they're powerless, right? So, but if you understand your power, you can actually remove it. Honestly, you're more powerful than they are. If 5 or 6 of you get together, it don't even take that many, honestly. But if enough of you get together and set that agreement, and you guys are connected to a higher realms in your higher true self, you're more powerful than even the government, right? So you can get together and set that intention and get these weak folks out of here, get them weak entities out of here. They seems to be controlled by they no longer connected to spirit, and so you can just get rid of them. Get them out your inner world, and that you can change it like that too. So even in the United States of America, I feel like a lot can still be changed if a few people get together and agree, and you can still change that inner world and remove what you so-called see on the outer world. The outer world operates in time, so it takes a little longer. But that you just continue to do it and see your inner world change. That's it, and they'll be removed. Okay, now, I was talking about. I originally started this to talk about how I'm seeing a couple of black women because I don't have the time to be clicking on and listening to what everybody got to say. I can't bring that anymore into my consciousness because of the spiritual battle that I constantly deal with. I can't be bringing that mess into my consciousness no more. But I do see the thumbnails of some of these women that's concerned about what black men think. And when I bring it up like that, it doesn't bother me whatever black men had to say. I don't care. So I'm not saying this to bring up a conversation about what black men do, because honestly, I'm not paying attention. I don't know what they're saying. I just don't have the time. But I have seen a couple of thumbnails because I've been subscribed to these ladies for a number of years. And even though I haven't clicked on their videos, I have not unsubscribed either. So I still see their notifications every now and then. Okay? And something about black men hating black women, and black men think that the Most High hate black women because they do. And then I saw another thumbnail about what black women saying that black men been hating us forever, and well, I'm not gonna say us. I don't care. I'm not gonna put myself in it. I'm not gonna say us because I don't care. So I said they said black men been hating black women forever. They always, well, okay, fine. If they hate you, they don't love you, then don't love them. It was simple. Simple. I had to learn not to love my mother no more. The lady who raised me, I had to learn to unlove her. If she don't love me, I can't love her. And I had to learn to do that, right? So if they don't love you, don't love them. It's simple. It wasn't simple for me when it came to my so-called mother and my so-called brother, because I grew up loving them, and I grew up under the illusion that they cared for me. So it took me some time to unlove them and get them out of my reality. All right, remove them. They don't have to be in your reality. Anybody who wants to hate you needs to get the heck out your reality. Get them out. Including black men, whatever. Get them out. I don't care if it's your son. I don't care if it's your daughter. I don't care if it's your cousin. If they want to hate you, and you keep trying to be kind to them, they keep showing you hatred, remove them. Get them out of your inner world. They don't need to be in your inner world. Get black men out your inner world. The black men who want to hate you, get them out your inner world. If that's how they feel, remove them. Remove them from your inner world. Okay? Remove them from your inner world. That's it. Simple. I don't care what they got to say. And that makes me kind of glad. It makes me glad that my mind is free from having to even care what they think, because I got so much other stuff going on in the spiritual world with the spiritual battle that I ain't got time to care what they think. Okay? Unless they trying to do some spiritual work to you, and you got to be careful, because they probably are. So anybody who wants to hate you as a so-called black woman, remove. I don't care if they white. I don't want to make it just about a black man, because it's other people that's doing the same thing, right? So I don't care if it's white women, black men. Don't just concentrate on black men. There's other people that's involved in this hatred towards black women too. It's not just black men. Remove them from your inner world. Set an intention, because all of this is in your inner world. Remove them. If they want to hate you, say, then I release you from I remember this lady Kendall St. Charles used to say, I release you. Okay? Say, I release you from my inner world. If you don't like me, be gone. Be gone. That's it. That's it. That is it. Okay? But I don't have nothing else to say because I gotta go and I don't like being repetitive. Because if I say anything else, I'm gonna repeat. So that's about it. And with that being said, I will talk later. Okay.